Okay, Rotimi Akindele is in the studio now. Rotimi, good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning, Cecilia.
How you doing?
Good morning,
I'm all right. Good morning, Taya.
Yeah, it's been
Taya admitted she missed me.
yeah, I mean, we really value your analysis on the show. Let me put it that way. Let me put it that way. That's more like it.
We do feedback
I don't know about
mechanism.
missing you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys can talk to us on Twitter and on Facebook. What do you think about what we've discussed so far? We talked about Tony Parker and Anthony Joshua. Is it going to come through? It's going to be a fight that will definitely come through. Will they agree 35-65? Of course, Yakubu Aigbeni, you can send him greetings. The best part, his memories, what you remember most about him.
And most importantly, is Yakubu Aigbeni a legendary Super Eagles forward? You can let us know about that.
He's got 21 goals. How can
I don't know. People have different opinions on that.
It's a wicked question.
Wicked one. I mean, but straightforward though.
Very straightforward.
We'll just start with you then, since you're right.
What do you think?
Why?
I mean, like, would you consider Yakubu Aigbeni a legendary, player for the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
No.
Why not?
No.
Records, 21.
Records.
Third highest goal scorer.
Yeah, third. It just goes to show that we don't have this consistency when it comes to our national teams. That's why you see players make 50 appearances, 40, 80. I mean, before we got 85, we had to celebrate as if it was more like a big deal for us. Even before we got 100, even the 100, we're not sure. 99, 101, So it just goes to show how that we have that lapse when it comes to our national team. You can't see a player coming to the team and then stay true for years. Maybe apart from Mikel Obi, who's doing it now.
Vincent
Iama, apart from those few players, you can at least say we have the collection of players that have played that stayed a while. So for Yakubu's legendary status, not really. No. Yes, I know players do have flaws. It's just like you're saying. Was Gascoigne a legend for England? I don't think so. He's a big name player, no doubt, but not a legend.
Oh, legend.
No. Okay. Wow. Now let's talk about boxing now. Well, right here in Lagos, of course, in Nigeria, Lagos, you'll be having a grassroots competition that's coming up, talking about boxing victory nights. That's what it's tagged. The organizers are trying to, you're smiling, the organizers are trying to have a situation whereby, they can actually get these youngsters who are trying to make boxing, trying to make their career, or trying to use boxing, to move forward and just ensure that they have something to always look forward to. But before I get to ask Rotimi about this, we'll get to listen to one of the organizers of the Victory Night event talking about Shegun. He feels when you have boxers around, Lagos, there's a way you can actually pick them, engage them in different competitions, and that will definitely help them, to check if they can really go ahead and be one of the big boxers you can think of coming from Nigeria.
I'm going to beat my opponent because boxing is all about unpredictable sport, but I will trash him down because I know him very well. He's an attacking boxer, but me, I'm a sly boxer, so that I'm going to deceive him. Then I will teach him boxing. Because I will outthink him, I will outbox him, then I will outlast him. I've been boxing since 2002, so I've went to many games. I collected bronze, collected silver. This tournament that we did last 2012 festival, I collected bronze at 64 gauge.
When I watch filming bouts at home, I feel like them, to be like them. That is why. Then I told my parents. I got many supports from them. They support me a lot. I train morning and night to be a champion and to remain a champion. I want them to support us.
That's coming from the young bosses who want to be part of the victory. Now, I wanted to listen to the first guy for talking about Ezekiel Oshumbade, who is one of the main organizers. But then, Rotimi, I'll come to you here before we listen to Ezekiel. You just heard from these young boxers who, that girl, she's just 15.
And I was wondering why she had to pick up boxing.
Precisely. Her parents supported her.
Passion.
Yeah.
Boxing.
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, that's what you get to hear from a lot of these guys, both male and female. They've got the passion
I'm
to
trying to
fight.
link passion and boxing.
Yeah, I mean, some people do have the passion to fight, and why not do it in a regulated environment, which is
can
boxing.
make money out of it.
You can be a professional, you can go and represent your country and win medals and stuff like that.
Thank you
Come
for
on.
defining
It
it
looks
now.
like you're not a big fan of female boxing. That's why I think this is all going.
It isn't at all. It's obvious.
When CC mentioned Victory Night, I thought it was a religious program. But then again, it's good that we're seeing young stars coming up.
Yeah.
What we failed to address in Nigeria lately, especially when it comes to sports, is picking them or catching them young, you know, from that very, very tender age across all sports, not just football, not just tennis. Even we're struggling in other sports. So if you have events like this pop up, where you have where you can discover talents,
right,
it is good. But what we do with the talents, how we harness them, is what is key. So it's not about just bringing them out to box each other and probably get to make one or two monies now for themselves. I mean, what happens? Is there a proper plan? Is there a 5-year plan for the 15-year-old you just mentioned? Is there a 10-year plan for that kind of box? So it's good that this kind of project is on, but what do we do with the talent?
Yeah, that's a huge question. But I think what Solid A's boxing promotion they're trying to do is they're promoting boxers so they know that this is not just a one-off. You know, when this starts like this, maybe we'll listen to Ezekiel because he talked about the fact that he's monitored most of these stars. He knows that they can really help them, you know, to make the best out of the career that they've chosen.
The idea behind this Solid Sports is to promote amateur boxing, you know, grassroots boxing, right from their tender ages, and then also to promote, because we have seen quite a number of boxers that go from amateur to professional, and then their career just dies out like that. That's what we are trying to avoid now. We're trying to like put amateur boxers into the limelight just before they become professionals. So that's because you can also tell from the way other sports are. When the younger boxers get exposed to contracts and, you know, international boxing at a very tender age, their career soars a long way. It doesn't just stop wherever the initial promoters, you know, stop their efforts. So exposing them at these tender ages and, you know, the fresh out when their careers are still very fresh, exposing them at this stage really helps them go a longer way in their career. I've conducted a couple of documentaries on boxers. We've seen them in training sessions. We've seen them in their daily routines at home, at school, the gym. We've seen them spar, and I can tell you that they are going to wow us during this exhibition.
So you're ready to be wild. Just wait for that victory night. We talked about it's going to be December 30th, and all these boxers, all of them will be in action. They're going to be having different category flyweights, the light flyweights, which the 15-year-old will be, you know, competing in. Yeah. They have the bottom weight, the welterweight, the lightweight, and of course the light welterweight.
Which weight are you?
He knows.
Boxing.
He understands me and boxing.
Oh, which weight?
Yeah. Fly, which is fly.
Should be an interesting one. I know Tayo will probably like the bantam.
The bantam.
No,
yeah.
I probably would do like a Tite. Was it Tite last weekend? The 11 seconds knockout.
11 seconds knockout.
But don't worry, we'll try to package good money.
Seriously, I'll say this is a fantastic opportunity for the young stars.
Definitely.
Right?
Yes.
And the fact that they're looking forward to, okay, December 30, I have a professional fight, or I have something to look forward to. You know, it really gets them going, train hard, get more feet, probably work on your tactics and how you want to win. And then, from what the promoter said, if this one gets done and dusted, watch out for what will happen next. So I think if we can get a successful event come December 30, I'm sure in 2018, we'll probably get to see more grassroots events. Probably from this body, you know, pop up, and it will keep them, you know, busy. Keep it so that you don't just do it once and then the next thing you're forgotten. And that's why I asked earlier, what do we do to the talents afterwards, and not just about organizing bouts. We need to work on harnessing the talents.
Yeah, because we have different ones already across Nigeria. Know that every time you have the governor's belt, you know,
I mean, if we're going to talk about boxing, I'm not sure we have any boxing gym in Nigeria that is of standard anywhere in the world. We don't have any. But people might argue, yes, go to Port Harcourt, you probably see in Port Harcourt, or go to Calabar, but the facilities there are
Yeah,
far from.
a lot of the boxers, they do complain about the
Lagos
boxing
seems
gym.
to have the best, but when you get to the Lagos gym, you ask yourself, no.
No, this is not it.
This is
not good enough.
So there's a whole lot that is wrong, especially when it comes to boxing. And that's why I feel, yes, a private or a corporate body can put together a bout or an event. What is the federation, or what are we doing as a nation to harness these talents?
Yes.
That's the question. If you don't have centers to box or train, if you don't have boxing gloves, what happens to you?
After that. No, that's what people were actually saying. Instead of you running after Anthony Joshua and all that, why not just use the opportunity? You get a gym, name the fine,
we should even concentrate on using the Joshua's relationship or the Joshua's link to help develop boxing. I'm not just attaching in quotes.
That's the word, right?
You understand? Just running after him like a rat.
To say, I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't say anything.
Why don't you like boxing, seriously? I mean,
thought you
boxing
were
gave
leaving
Nigeria
Okay, we're living
at the Olympics.
We're leaving boxing right
why
now.
Are you so,
All I've said, it doesn't show that I don't like boxing.
That's the
But maybe
basis.
personally, I can't box.
Yeah, okay, perhaps.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why
I can't.
you're not a
I
good
can't
fighter.
even.
You can
If you
try.
see punches me now, I'll probably just walk away.